This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Now, I need everyone's input. This is very important, everyone. Please listen up. I need everybody's input. And here's why. This month, I'm doing a special marathon event. Alright, it's going to be the first ever 12-hour gaming marathon. I don't know how it's going to go. I hope it doesn't go horribly wrong because it's very important because much like the retrospective event tomorrow, this is another special event I'm doing to try to raise funds for my taxes in April. Alright? That being said, it's the longest event I've ever done on stream, and I want to make sure that number one, I'm entertaining you guys, and number two, that I'm doing it on a date that makes sense. Because I want as many people to be able to attend as possible, but also, you know, people who are going to contribute and everything, I want them to get recognition, so I want it to be on a stream that people are actually showing up for. You know what I mean? Here was my thoughts, and I definitely want to listen to your thoughts on this. Okay? So here's the deal. I wanted to do this marathon before Sekiro releases. The reason being, I'm afraid that if I do it when Sekiro releases, like afterward, that people will just be angry. Because I think when Sekiro comes out, that's got to be my main focus that people are going to want to see every day as, you know, the main gameplay stream for the most part. And I don't want to take away from Sekiro because I'm decided to do a marathon, you know, for a different reason. You see what I mean? So I was thinking, oh, I want to do it before Sekiro, okay? But I'm already doing the retrospective event this week, so I'm thinking you can't do it this week. You can't do 2 events in 1 week. So I was thinking next week, maybe around midweek, right? Like maybe like Wednesday of next week, so a week after the retrospective event. But now people are like, oh, well, you should do it on a weekend because that's when most people can attend. And I'm like, yeah, but if I do it on the weekend, then I'm interfering with Sekiro. I can't do it this weekend because I'm just doing the retrospective event tomorrow. Then it's like 3 days later, another marathon for the same purposes as the, you know what I mean? Like it's you gotta space these things out. You see what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know how to do this to make it make sense. Okay. Here's my thoughts on what I would like to do during the event. Basically a combination of all the things that I really enjoy and you guys have been enjoying recently. So, for example, I would probably want to do a little bit of Street Fighter, since you guys have been enjoying me playing Street Fighter recently, and that's something that's from my roots, that I grew up playing, and I know that every time I play, it's entertaining. You can see high-level gameplay.
Over 1,800 milligrams of sodium. This is one of the saltiest things.
And even though it causes rage, it's also pretty fun. So that could definitely be one of the segments. I think I want to play Modern Warfare Remastered. Why? Because that's a game I've been doing really well at, getting crazy kill streaks in, and you guys have found it very entertaining. At the same time, I think I want to do some kind of Battle Royale. I don't know if it'll be Apex or Blackout, because that is something also that I've been really enjoying recently and excelling at. If I do Blackout, okay, that's going to give me ample opportunity to interact with you guys, because Blackout gives me that opportunity to kind of talk with you and not have to be hyper-focused on the gameplay, okay? Now, in addition to that, what I also want to do is something retro. I want to do something throwback and retro and really fun. So I was thinking 2 different things. Either playing one of the Donkey Kong Country games, alright, or, instead of that, possibly doing a, Super Mario RPG. Or maybe both. Because those are both, I get the feeling Donkey Kong Country will be rage-inducing, but also fun and challenging. While Super Mario RPG is a game I played multiple times as a kid. I absolutely love that game, and I never touched it. So I think both of those will be something completely different. Alright? And I'm thinking of maybe doing a segment where I just talk with you guys for like an hour, just to kind of relax and do some throwback, you know, do some throwback talk about my history as a gamer and just chilling, okay? Amongst other things, maybe there'll be even more time for more stuff during that event. I don't know. But that's kind of my thoughts. I think that if I do a good variety of stuff during this event, you know, let's say each segment's 2 hours. Let's say I do 2 hours of Donkey Kong Country, 2 hours of Blackout, 2 hours of Street Fighter, 2 hours of Modern Warfare, you know, segments of 2 hours, right? I think that would work out very well. And then maybe finish it with the segment where I just talk with you guys to end the session. The way I'm thinking about it is 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., all right? 12 hours, although there will be breaks. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to definitely have to have a break there to have like a sandwich or something. There's no way I can go 12 hours and not eat. I'll fucking pass out. I'm a gamer! Alright, and I'm sure there'll be bathroom breaks of 15 minutes or so every once in a while while I'm transitioning between the games and stuff. But, you know, for the most part, 12 straight hours. Alright, I think it would be a great idea for this stream. Now, of course, like I said, the whole point here would be to raise funds for my taxes. So again, it would be another ample opportunity for people to come by and contribute and get recognized for their contributions.
I e-bag, right? You're constantly asking your viewers and your fans for contributions.
And hopefully this event will be successful. I really need it to be successful. I mean, make no bones about it. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. And I'm certainly not just saying this for the sake of saying it. I really need to raise funds during this event. Because if I don't, I don't know what I'm going to do.
By the way, hint, hint, sell the house. No, I don't want to have to sell my house.
I don't want to lose my house, you know, but there's only so much I can do. I'm working my butt off with the streams, and now I'm doing special events and everything. Like, you know, I'm trying to go all out this month to see what I can do to get out of this hole I'm in. And hopefully it works out, you know. We'll see. I gotta stay positive. I gotta believe that things are going to work out, you know.
What I'm hoping for is the best. I'm hoping that we'll have some generous parties who will step up and contribute and help. What I'm actually really hoping, too, is that I can get a lot of money. The bottom line, guys, is I hope that I can continue to be here and entertain you and be honest with you about games on a daily basis, you know, forever. As long as I want to do it. As long as I'm capable of doing it. I love this.
That's just coming up. Now, my question to you guys is, number one, what do you think of that lineup? All right? What do you think of that lineup? And number two, how would you feel about it being a week from Wednesday? So instead of, not tomorrow, but it would be, I guess, the 20th of March. How would you feel about that? And the reason I say that is, I don't want to do the event and no one shows up. I don't want to do the event and people are like, well, it would have been more successful if you did this or did this or did this. You know, this is just based off of all the feedback I've gotten from you guys in the last month that I've been talking about this. I've kind of pooled all your suggestions together into this idea. The one thing that I am disappointed about is that I agree that I think that maybe doing this during a weekend might work out better, but I don't know what else I could do. You know, I can't have it cut into other stuff. Now, some people are saying, do a marathon of Sekiro. That's a terrible idea for multiple reasons. Number one, doing a 12-hour marathon on a game that's hyper difficult, which everyone's saying it is just going to make me play like shit. It's going to ruin the playthrough. What's going to happen is I'm going to sour to the game, and after playing it for like 4 hours, I'm going to be like, God damn, I don't want to play this anymore. I want to break, but now I force myself to do a stupid marathon, and I'm going to end up not liking the game. I can tell you that right now. Like, Dark Souls, I really enjoy. If I played 12 hours of Dark Souls, I would probably never want to play Dark Souls ever again, and I know that's exactly what's going to happen with Sekiro. I just know it, okay? I'm not stupid here.
Very, very, very hypocritical. I'm hypocritical.
And I've done this for many, many years. The reason that I do digestible streams of 4 hours max is because I know that if I play games longer than that, I'm going to end up getting angry. Alright? I know it. I'm just going to get bored or angry or whatever. So, it is. Honestly, it's a bad idea, guys. As much as you guys are getting hyped for Sekiro, I don't get super hyped for new releases these days anymore. I just don't.
Man, this job sucks. It's a grind. I just do it for the money. Phil only does it because of money. In this only for the money? Yes.
If this were an RPG, you know what I mean? I'd say okay, but 12 hours straight of Sekiro is an awful idea. Absolutely awful. And I don't want, the thing is, at the expense of me trying to raise funds, I don't want to ruin, arguably, what's going to be one of the best games and best playthroughs of the year, just for the sake of me making money. That's the other thing I need you guys to understand is like, yes,
this is my job, and it is about making money, but at the same time, I am a gamer. I am a lifelong fan of video games. I will always be a fan of video games. And it's my occupation. I have to take it seriously. I don't want to ruin a potential great game and project for the sake of making a buck. So I don't want, you know, I'm going to do what's best overall for the product that I put out. And so I know doing a marathon of Sekiro is an awful idea. It is. It's going to ruin everything. And I'm not going to do that. Okay?
The whole reason is
laziness. Good lord. Learn how to play a game, dude. Put some effort into it.
You know, that the reason that this marathon I think will work is because your feedback, guys, over the last month has been, if you're going to do a marathon of stuff you're going to enjoy. Do not play things that will constantly make you rage-induced. Do not do things that are going to piss you off, because then when people come by, oh, I heard that Phil's looking for help, and then they see me raging and swearing, getting angry at game devs and stuff. Why am I gonna, you know, contribute now? He sounds like an asshole. You see what I mean? Versus you come by during a fun, positive event where I'm playing games that I enjoy and I'm interacting with you guys. Because that's the other thing. Sekiro, when am I going to interact with you? I'm going to have a 12-hour stream where I can't even interact because I'm so hyper-focused. You know what I mean? So there you go. Swaggins, please stop. Now you're saying the marathon's all shooters. It's not. I literally just said platforming games, RPGs, fighting games. It's not all shooters. Just because you just want to see Sekiro doesn't mean that it makes sense. Okay, so stop it. I can tell you right now, I can tell you're super hyped for Sekiro like many, many, many people. Please stop, okay? Alright. Now, all that being said, I don't really know how to make the marathon happen on the weekends. Okay, I don't. And it sucks because I know it would make sense to do it then, but I just can't. Like I said, I don't want to cut into Sekiro, so it's probably going to have to be the middle of next week. Okay, guys? And then, so, here's the deal. The last thing, so this is going to have the retrospective event tomorrow, the marathon probably a week from then, and then my birthday week, which is the first week of April, I'm going to probably decorate the office like I did last year, probably with the same decorations as last year, and that week, I'll also see about doing any special stuff to celebrate kind of my birthday, building up. That would be the last opportunity, for me to raise anything, because like I said, it's either going to be probably the second or third week of April that I'm going to Connecticut to visit my parents, so that's it. Like, that's the last hurrah, the last opportunity for me to raise anything for my taxes before I'm out of here, so...
Give me your money. Let's face it, is a money factory. Please give me your monies.
We'll see how it goes, guys, alright? But that's the deal. That is kind of, what I'm thinking. So please let me know what you think. And please don't tell me, oh, just completely throw out the entire idea and do a Sekiro marathon, because that's not going to happen. Alright, Swaggins had cheered and suggested Sekiro for the marathon. Nope. Super Flash cheered, he said Sekiro for the marathon. Nope. Swaggins says, play Sekiro a little bit of the marathon. Nope. Oh my god. See what I mean? People get too hype about games. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest here, guys. And this is not me as a grumpy old man. This is me as a gamer who's been around the block the last 10 years. I've been covering new releases. You guys get so hyped for new releases that you get this, like, one-track mind mentality that this is all we want. All we want is this. And that's why once I start playing Sekiro, I know I don't want to interrupt it for a marathon. I know that would be an awful idea. But I also know making the marathon Sekiro is an awful idea. You know what I mean? Like, I know what I'm doing here.
Wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong.
So that's why I'm not going to make the mistake. I'm not going to ruin the playthrough. I'm not going to sour myself on the game, which is exactly what would happen. Sekiro, once it starts, will be a major playthrough that I cover in a major way, just like any other major game. And I'm not going to, throw that for a loop with something crazy. You know what I mean? No, there's no podcast in the works, everyone. I told everyone it was never locked in. It was something I was planning, and it just didn't work out, honestly. So, I'm not doing any podcasts, no. In reality, the truth of the matter is that I don't want to go on a podcast and have it, instead of being something positive, turn into something negative. And I'm actually not saying anything against any hosts or anything. It has nothing to do with that. What honestly I'm afraid of is, like, let's say I go on a podcast, and all the haters, which they would show up, okay? So now you have a new audience of people who are being exposed to me for the first time. I don't need the Seagull Eye fragment. A new, group of people being exposed to me for the first time. They look at a chat, and all they see is people saying, oh, this is the guy who masturbated in front of thousands of children.
That's what I'm known for.
You got exposed for doing that.
I got completely exposed. Absolutely.
Yeah, you did. You didn't even know the camera was on.
Every inch of my dick and balls.
Right?
You know every inch of my dick and balls.
It's the guy watching his Twitch.
Is that really him? Is he the one that got caught, Matt?
Yes!
Really? He was the guy that got caught masturbating in front of children. I think he's like 30. He's like in his 30s or something. He's in his 30s, and he did that in front of children.
That's right. Yes.
But I've seen so much. I'm a fan. What? I don't know what to say.
And is a pedophile and abuses women. She's been sleeping downstairs recently because she's been choking so much that it's been keeping me up. So she's actually been sleeping downstairs recently. And so it's good because I can actually get my sleep.
And he had an escort, and, like every negative thing that's ridiculously untrue about me, all being said at once in one area. And all that's going to happen is anyone newcomer who hears about me will be like, what the fuck is that? Right? And in addition, I hate to say it, one of the actual things I'm really afraid of if I were to do a podcast is people coming in and saying really insulting things about my girlfriend. Because, they try to, and I can control that in my own streams. Like, I have a mod team that makes sure that stuff gets taken care of. When you're on someone else's podcast, you're at the reliance of whoever is working on that podcast, and you can't say, oh, by the way, I'm going to be on your podcast. You better have, like, a crack team of mods to make sure that people don't come in and insult my girlfriend's personal life or her looks or stuff about her past has nothing to fucking do with anything related to me, yeah, you can't. And so after weighing and balancing all the things that could happen, I said, I just don't think it was worth it. Like, the overwhelming amount of negative shit that could have happened as a result of this podcast versus any potential positives, I think the negatives outweighed the positives. And because of that, I said, you know what, I just don't think it's worth it to fuck with it. It's a shame because I think it would have been something neat and something different to do. It's definitely outside of my comfort zone and the kind of stuff that normally I would have done. And I probably would have enjoyed doing it. Because, like, as you guys know, I've been on talk shows before or whatever, and I enjoy it. I enjoy discussing topics with people and just shooting the shit or whatever, which is actually exactly what it was going to be. There was only going to be a short segment about me. I was actually going to sit in on this show, this normal podcast these guys do, and be like a guest and talk about news topics and all kinds of fun stuff. But sadly, when I realized how much trolling I would have gotten, you know, not only me but my girlfriend as well, I said, this is not worth it, you know?
Yeah, Josh Russell Garden says, besides last night's show, I noticed contributions have been slow. Hopefully things pick up. I mean, I'll be honest, they have been. This last week, for some reason, like, everything slowed down to a halt. There was one day where someone was incredibly generous at 9 a late stream and gifted me, like, you know, a bunch of hundreds of dollars. But outside of that, everything else has been kind of slow lately, and, you know, there's not much I could do about it. All the thing I can say is I hope that people are waiting for the special events, like, for example, tomorrow's retrospective, the marathon coming up next week, because I'm gonna need the help for my taxes. I hope people are saving up, if that's what it is, because I don't know what else I'm gonna do. You got fucked up.
DSP, get a job.
Yeah, there you go.
Buddy.
Honest pay for honest work. Fuck you. I don't do honest work, asshole. Only suckers do. Only sucker works a 9 to 5 job. What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.